Now class, if I talk about the tax return for 2021, the due date of the return is 31st October 21 if it is paper based, 31st January 22 if it is electronic, okay, and and class, if class notification of chargeability is what? If suppose class the person starts earning in the tax year 2021 only, the person starts earning in the tax year 2021 only class, then in that case the person has to notify HMRC within 6 months from the end of tax year in which he starts earning. So if the person has started earning, he has to notify HMRC by 5th October 21. Okay. Yes. Now class, we are going to do this one by one. First of all, come to the content of tax return. This I have told you that if it is a paper based return, the due date is 31st October 21, and if it is a online return, then the due date is 31st January 22. Okay. Now, content of tax return. Now class, listen. When the person files the return, the main form is called as Essay 100. The main form is called as Essay 100, which give basic details like what is his name, what is his address, the different types of investment income. So such type of details are included in the main tax return form. Okay. Then the further pages will then depend upon the status of person, that whether he is an employee or he is a sole trader, okay, or he is in the partnership. So whatever the supplementary pages are added, it depends upon class, the income and gains he is having. So taxpayer complete the relevant supplementary pages to tell HMRC about all of his or her income and gains relating to the tax year. For example, income from employment, income from property, or capital gains. So whatever supplementary pages are to be filled class, it depends upon the person is an employee or he is in the property business or he is having the capital gains. Okay. So the main form is for same. Okay. But the other pages will depend upon the status. Class, is it clear? Now return. Now class, listen. If I am filing the return automatically, do I have to calculate it or system will calculate my tax liability? Tell me. If I am filing my return electronically, will I calculate or system will calculate? Definitely you will say, ma'am, system will calculate. Okay, it is a part of the online filing. I have to just put the figures and system will calculate it. But when you are filing the paper return, then class, then you have to calculate. If suppose you don't know how to calculate, then you can even ask a HMRC official to calculate the tax on behalf of you. Yes, class. Okay. Even the deadline is going to be changed. Okay. In this case, the deadline is, if electronically is there, the deadline is 31st January 22. But if it is paper based, the deadline is 31st October 21. Okay. Either the taxpayer can himself calculate the tax liability or he can ask a HMRC official to calculate the tax liability on his or her behalf. Okay. And it doesn't mean class, if HMRC official has calculated the liability on my behalf, then it's 100% accurate, that the return is totally accurate. Why? Because class, whatever information I have presented to the official, he calculated it accordingly. Can I say that if he has calculated my information is credible? Can I say that? Because why you can't say that class? Because he only calculated which you gave. If you are providing the wrong information, the tax calculation is wrong. So getting the tax calculated by the HMRC official does not mean that the information is right, it is accurate, it is credible. Okay? Yes. Now, class, content of tax return. The taxpayer completes the main tax return form to give basic details including his or her name, address. We discussed this class earlier also. This is also we have done. Okay, now statement of account. The statement of account sets out the tax charges, any charges of interest or penalties, any payments already made by taxpayer. Class, what is they saying? They are saying like our bank account is there, in the same manner tax account is there. So in our tax account there is a statement which states, okay, how much is the opening balance, how much is the tax of this year, if there is any interest or penalty that will be added. Okay, so after making the payment, if there is any closing balance, is it clear? So it's a statement of account which shows how much is the opening balance, how much are the tax charges, how much is the closing balance, like that. Okay, now, notification of chargeability. Class, the person who has earning now only, who has started earning now only in 2021 itself, it's his responsibility to notify HMRC that look HMRC, I have started earning now and now I am also liable to tax. But class, listen one thing. If that person income is, if that person income is less than 12,500, then that is less than PA. Now you know that up to 12,500 is a tax free income. Then also there is a need to notify, class. Tell me. Then also there is a need to notify. There is a need to notify only now if you are liable to tax. If you are not liable to tax, so suppose the person started earning in 2021 and his income is only 11,000, then is there a need to notify? Tell me. Is there a need to notify? Because actually there is no tax. Okay, so they are saying taxpayers who do not receive a notice to file a return are required to notify HMRC if they have any income or chargeable gains on which tax is due. It means if the tax is there, then there is a need to notify HMRC. Time limit for notifying HMRC is 6 months from the end of tax year in which the liability arises. It is 6 months from the end of tax year in which the liability arises. It means for 2021, if there is any income in the tax year 2021, the person has to notify HMRC up to 5th October 21. Up to 5th October 21, the person has to notify HMRC. Clear? Now, notification is not necessary if there is no actual tax liability. I have told you, class, if there is no actual tax liability, there is no need to notify HMRC. For example, if the capital gain is covered, the person is having a capital gain, okay, in the tax year 2021, but you know that for 2021, 12,300 gains are the tax free gains, then there is no need to notify HMRC. And class, listen, if you were chargeable but you did not notify HMRC, then a penalty may arise. It means the tax was there, the liability was there, but you did not notify HMRC. Then you should be ready that you have to face. Okay?